Hello everybody, welcome to my channel, Miss Criticizer 2021. Thank you. 90 Day Fiancé Season 9 Episode 8. Guillermo and Cara. I roasted this couple so many times, but I'll say that this is actually one of their best episodes. Yeah, I just have to be honest. The episode starts with them getting ready for her high school reunion. As you all know, she's some kind of balloon expert or whatever. And she was called to do that for her school. So as they were installing the balloons and everything, he was helping her doing it. But she was just so grumpy. I'm not sure if she was nervous, but she was grumpy. She was a bit dismissive. He even said like, why are you so rude? And she said, I'm just trying to hurry up because of the time and all that. I don't have time for all this. And you always see that he's a bit uncomfortable. We just have to be honest. You know, she seems to be a bit of a control freak. And I'm not sure what it is with the women of this season. They're all insufferable. Seriously. Emily, Ari, Cara, Eve not so much. I'm not going to put that on Eve. But they're just insufferable. And Ari, I'll get to her video on the next video. And I'm going to spare her this time. So they met up, of course, with her old friends, and they were talking, asking questions, and the old friends were saying that, well, you know, this is how Cara was. She was always fun, always wild, but can you handle her? And he said, well, you know, I feel that sometimes she's so controlling because, you know, it's like either her way or no way. And sometimes I feel that I'm not being she doesn't consider me and all those things. And so they had such a nice chat, but he said at the end of the day, I still love her. She has my heart. And then she started crying like, they talk about like so many things, about children. He wants to have an entire football team, 10 kids. She only wants to have 3 kids. And she said after they have the 3 kids, she's going to tie her tube because she doesn't want any incidents. And the thing with her, she said that she wants to have those children in 3 years because she's trying to get her finances in order. She wants to get her business straight. And she just wants to do everything. And I'm with Cara on this one, seriously, because kids, they cost. You need to plan these things. She wants to plan her life, and I will give her that. I will give her that for planning her life and wanting to be, yeah, just wanting to have that structure. So eventually they met up with her ex, who is the so-called rapper, Rappity Rap, looking like Macklemore versus Jack Harlow. And as they were talking about the good old times. They used to win Mr. and Mrs. Homecoming. You see Guillermo sitting in the corner at the back as if he doesn't exist. And they're just talking about just so many things. And like I said, you know, usually when you meet an ex, those old feelings come back. You know how it is, especially when you're reminiscing. I'm not saying if that's the case with them. Guillermo joined them shortly. And so as they were talking, because he introduces himself and he said, oh, he's from Venezuela, he just got to America. And then the ex said that, oh, you know, he just went straight to the point. He said Cara was quite controlling. Yeah, back in the day. If it wasn't her way, it's no way. She's very much in control. She was quite annoying, and just everything he said about her. So Guillermo asked, why did you guys break up? Which is a very good question. And he said that there was a time we were sleeping at night and she received a text message. I was just curious. I went through her phone, and the text message was a response to her message that she said that kiss was great. Oh my God, the kiss that you and I had was amazing. And so that was the last straw for him. He was pissed. and so that's how they broke up. And this was kind of worrying for Guillermo, because he's like, I'm not sure, you know. Wow, that's a bit shocking to hear. Nobody wants to hear something like that. So eventually Guillermo had a conversation with her in private, with Kara in private, and he said that, well, how can you not remember all these things? You said that it was blur and all that. And she said, oh, it is what it is. It was whatever. We've moved on. And he said, well, then how many times did you cheat? Then she said, actually, I cheated twice. And he said, whoa. And she said, well, that happened 10 years ago. I've given my time to evaluate myself. I've matured now. That happened when I was younger. And then he said, but how will I know that you will not do the same thing to me? She said, I'm changed, you know, I've evolved. Like, it's not a big deal. So that was a bit unsettling for him. And speaking of this, it reminds me of something that I just read on Reddit, which I'm going to do a separate video on, about somebody's wild days on college, and then when her fiance found out, he broke it off. I'm going to do a separate video on that because that's really, really juicy, and I am just so shocked. Maybe I'm just in this new world because, of course, I have not attended college, especially in America. You know, the school system in Europe is quite different. I didn't even school here in the UK. But, like, stories that I've heard, and I'm like, oh my God, I'm so new to this. I am so new to this. It's going to be juicy. But anyway, let me not deviate. So this whole Kara and Guillermo thing, to be honest, I hope their relationship will work. They make a cute couple. But I want to ask you guys this question, yeah? And again, this is a general question from what I'm seeing on this entire episode. It's not even only Kara and Guillermo. But these women that bring foreign men with them, they find partnership or love with foreign men, and then once they bring them to the States, how they're acting, yeah, because it's cringe-worthy, how they're acting towards their partners, how they're so dismissive of them, and they're treating them like their children instead of their man. Do they do this to American men? I'm asking you guys a question. Do they behave this way towards American men? Do they behave like this towards American men? Because I just don't understand. They keep giving an excuse saying that I want things a certain way. I want it like this. I want it like that. And please keep quiet. I'm talking this and that. I'm asking, do they behave like this towards American men? Granted, you know, when we as women, we start working, we start earning our own money, we don't depend on men financially, we don't become super submissive. And I'm not here saying that you should be like super submissive. No, it depends on the circumstances. But I feel like each relationship is a 50-50 way. Nobody is higher than the other person. Yeah? It's 50-50. But in this episode, I'm just seeing like on the women's side it's 100-0. I'm just being honest. The way she treats Guillermo, she treats him like a kid. I know that he's younger than her, but the guy, like she's just like, okay, well, I don't need to hear this. Okay, I'm being dismissive. I'm not sure if it's because of the camera, what they're showing us, and that it's been edited. But I'm just asking myself. The ex confirmed indeed that she's controlling, but again, I'm just asking a general question. Because we've seen it with Angela and Michael. We've seen it with some other couples. The way they're so disrespectful to their foreign men. It's just crazy. And also that maybe that's one of the reasons why they went for them. Anyway, guys. Thank you guys for watching. Don't forget to hit the subscribe button. Hit the notification bell. And hit that like. Yeah! Bye-bye!